evening, everyone. Happy Saturday night, and thank you so much for coming to our spring band concert. The ensemble in front of you here today is our concert band, and we have three pieces that we're going to perform for you. So we're going to start off tonight with a piece called Jubilate by William Owens. So this program is going to feature a lot of joy because we're at the end of the year. There's a lot of joyful things happening, whether it be graduation, end of the school year, big accomplishments, whatever they may be. So we are starting the concert with an overture of joy, which is what Jubilate means. And we hope you enjoy our concert this evening. Thank you. So our next piece that we're going to be doing is Chasing Sunlight by Kate Ishimura. So this piece was inspired by the experience of the composer driving west into the setting sun, as if trying to keep up with Earth's rotation to catch the last few rays of light before dusk. I know we've all, especially as the sun's been staying out later, we've all been chasing that sunlight, especially getting into summer. So the steady eighth note pulse that you're going to hear throughout the band represents this sense of urgency, while the soaring lyrical themes depict the warmth and the radiance of the sun low in the sky. So we hope you enjoy Chasing Sunlight. So our final piece as a concert band that we're gonna play is Thawing by Kazuki Shimoda. So as snow continues to fall forever in the freezing cold, which it's May, we're done with that. We're done with that. But this is what the composer said. Everything is closed off by the snow and the cold. When the snow begins to melt, the long-awaited spring arrives. And with the melting snow, everything that had been closed up by the snow begins to move. The earth, the rivers, the fields, flowers, and life. It gradually becomes full of life. So, Kazuki was born and raised in the northern part of Japan, where beautiful winters are very familiar to him. He has experienced the mystery of melting snow up close and personal, but probably not a Wisconsin winter. It contains sentimental and introspective feelings, as well as the beauty of nature. And I hope that we can convey that mystery of melting snow through this piece. And I also want to give a huge shout out to the musicians on stage, because as I told them before, when we started in November, I wasn't ever sure we were going to get to this point where we could play this caliber of music. But they always proved me wrong, thank goodness. But I'm really impressed with the hard work that they've been showing in band class, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for them. I also would like to thank you all for coming and supporting these young musicians. So here is our rendition of Thawing. So thank you so much, and we're going to have a brief set change, and then you are going to hear from the wind ensemble. Thank you again.
Good evening, everybody. We're excited to perform for you in the wind ensemble portion of the concert tonight. Our first piece we're going to start the set with is by a famous band composer named Frank Ticheli. Actually had the opportunity to meet Dr. Ticheli back in June when I was with the State Honor Band as one of the percussion people helping out. He actually was able to zoom in and we were able to ask him some questions about a piece we were performing. It was very cool. Very amazing musician. This piece is entitled Cajun Folk Songs. It's an arrangement of two folk songs of the Cajun people, who are descendants of the Acadians, a group of early French colonists who first came over and began settling in what is now called Nova Scotia around 1604. In the 1750s, these people were driven out by the British, eventually resettling all the way down in Louisiana on the Gulf. In response to this trend, in the 1930s, people went out to seek some of the music, the original music that these people brought with them as part of their culture. By doing so, they brought phonographs out into the field. This was the 1930s. and they help preserve some of the original folk songs sung by those people. It's two movements, so you'll hear a pause between the movements. The first is slow and features an alto saxophone solo. Tonight you'll hear Cassie Elsing on that alto solo. You'll also hear that melody that she plays performed several times, and more pieces are added as it goes. It culminates in the ending melody with clarinets, flutes, trumpets adding to that melody. And the second movement is much faster. You'll hear a theme that is brought out by a muted trumpet, and then that folk melody is varied and sort of twisted on an arrangement for wind ensemble. That second movement is difficult because it changes pulse, it changes the meter several times, and you'll have a hard time tapping your foot along if you can keep a steady beat because it's always changing. So Cajun folk songs is composed as a tribute to the people of the old Cajun folk song culture in hopes that these melodies would be preserved, and I think Dr. Kelly has done that with this piece. So we hope you enjoy Cajun folk songs. It's a difficult piece. They did a wonderful job on that. John Philip Sousa made an incredible impact on the military band during his time as a conductor in the U.S. Marine Band. In fact, we named a marching tuba after him. We call it the Sousaphone. And the band programs around the country have honored a top graduating senior each year with his award, the John Philip Sousa Award. We'll be honoring someone with that later tonight. The Washington Post was written in 1889 to help promote an essay contest sponsored by the well-known newspaper of the same name. With Sousa conducting the Marine Band, it was premiered during the distribution of the essay prizes on the lawn of the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. And although Sousa only received $25 to compose the piece back in 1889, Sousa was quickly bombarded with requests for more marches. So of the 136 marches that John Philip Sousa wrote, the Washington Post and the Stars and Stripes Forever are by far his most popular. So we hope you enjoy this timeless classic for military band. This is Sousa's The Washington Post. All right, at this time I'd like to invite any seniors that are in concert band to come on up and join us. The famous movie series entitled The Pirates of the Caribbean is a smash hit and has several sequels published as well. The score or soundtrack to these films has become wildly popular. This music has been among the most programmed of instrumental ensembles for many, many years. Klaus Badelt, who composed the score to these movies, also worked in conjunction with a famous name you might know, Hans Zimmer. who composed many other famous movie scores, and he has earned himself a place of high regard in the world of film scores. So each year, the members of the senior class vote. They submit selections that they've played from their time with the Toma bands from 6th grade all the way up to senior year right now. And it can be from any of those years. And what we usually do is we come to an agreement on what we'd like to do for that senior piece. So this piece was Bandorama 2024, this medley from Pirates of the Caribbean. And it was a hit back March concert, and it's going to be a hit again. We're going to play this for their senior piece a week from today when they are graduating from Toma High School across the hallway. So we hope you enjoy this. This features all of our senior band members as well as the wind ensemble. This is a medley from Pirates of the Caribbean. All right, one more word from myself. When I began to think about what pieces I wanted to put in front of the wind ensemble this past fall, I knew I wanted to challenge them. I knew I wanted to give them a piece that I myself wondered if they would be able to handle. I actually distributed this piece back in December, and I told them to take a look at it, and we would read it down later, and we would decide if this is something we thought we could do. We took another stab at it later this spring and decided that we were up for the challenge. At least at first, some of us were not. But then we kind of came to terms with it, and we are ready. The piece is called Danzon Number 2. Arturo Marquez has written a series of danzones, which are works based on an elegant Cuban-style dance that has also become very popular in Mexico. Danzon Number 2 was premiered in 1994 by the Orchestra Filarmonica in Mexico City. The work received international acclaim, and it propelled Mr. Marquez into the international spotlight. The transcription from orchestra, it was written for orchestra, so the transcription to wind ensemble is very well thought out, and it was transcribed by Oliver Nickel. The piece opens with a suave clarinet solo, accompanied by tango-like rhythmic devices in the remaining winds and percussion. A flute solo answers the clarinet prior to the entire ensemble joining in an increasingly intense dance. A soothing middle section introduced by the piano features a duet for clarinet and soprano saxophone that evokes the soft dramatic nature of the opening theme that you heard first, before it returns to that dance feel. I know we have really enjoyed putting this piece together, and although it was kind of difficult for some of us, I know that we enjoy playing this piece. You'll hear several soloists in the piece: Andrew Lindberg on first clarinet, Caitlin Gagas on piano, Joanna Stryker on piccolo, along with Logan Weiss on the bassoon, and then Charlie Waring has that soprano saxophone duet with Andrew. On behalf of the faculty of the band department, I want to say thank you to all of you for your support, for always letting them come at weird hours and just giving them the freedom to be a part of our band program. And Wind Ensemble, thank you for a great year together of making music and getting better at what we do. So I truly hope you enjoy the finale tonight. This is Arturo Marquez's Danzon Number 2. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful summer. We'll be sending some info soon about band camp. It's coming sooner than you think. Have a wonderful night and a great year. Thank you so much.